Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at this Saint Unbreakable Jacket available at RevZilla.com. So Hi, Brian on the left-hand side has subdued his color tones today to a black jean jacket. This is going to be the Saint Unbreakable Jacket. This is going to be an upgrade over the previous Unbreakable. So if you're looking at the site, the old version is going to be called the Saint Unbreakable 2016. This is the new Saint Unbreakable, and really what we're seeing here are a couple key factors. We're going to see a new pocket design. So the pockets have been redesigned. They're not quite as flashy and overly embroidered the way the old ones were. The biggest takeaway, though, is going to be the fact that this is going to be a bit more of a relaxed cut. So the old Unbreakable Jacket was extremely slim. Slim through the arms, slim through the body. This is still going to be a slim cut jacket. There's just a tad bit more room, and it's going to be much more comfortable for the majority of the public out there. And again, don't confuse this with a relaxed cut. This is still slim in nature. Brian on the left-hand side is 195 pounds, measures his chest at 42 inches, and stands at 6 feet tall. He's a larger gentleman, but it slims him down. As a natural slimming effect to this, we have him in a size large. And if you're using the size chart on our site, there should be no surprises there. The one thing to note, and there is sometimes confusion around Saint sizing, Brian is typically going to be a size large across the board in his American jackets, and this fits him spot on. So just go with what you would normally wear with your American jackets, and you should have no surprises, and then use that Saint size chart on our site just to kind of fine-tune your fitment. Now, two different colors are available. There is a black version that Brian is wearing, as well as an indigo version, and sizes are going to range from a small up to a 2XL. Now, Saint is a brand that have come across the pond to us from Australia, and they're really known for their lifestyle pieces. The Unbreakable style is going to be something that we saw first in their jeans, now in their jackets, and they're really known for their denim wear for riders that are looking for something a little bit more casual, but they still want protection on the motorcycle. So with the Unbreakable Jacket, this is coming around the $500 price point, and the real story here is the construction of the jacket itself. Now, if you're not familiar with the Unbreakable line from Saint, we're talking about Dyneema. This is going to have a 66% Dyneema thread weave throughout, and what that translates to is 4 seconds of abrasion resistance from this denim. So if I were to take Brian, tie him behind my Mazda 3 hatchback, I could drive 4 seconds down the road before this jacket would wear through. Now, the one key factor with Dyneema is that in addition to that abrasion resistance, it is going to be impervious to chemicals. So one of the problems with Kevlar is extremely susceptible to sweat and to detergents. Dyneema is not. And it also won't fatigue the way aramids or Kevlar as well, which means you can use this in a multiple variety of activities. You can be moving it around in the motorcycle, and you don't have to worry about that material wearing out or fatiguing over time. The one point about the Dyneema is that it doesn't have the extremely high melting point that aramids would have. So keep that in mind if you are down working around your motorcycle while it's hot and you touch this against a hot exhaust pipe. It does have a tendency to wear through, to melt. So just keep this away from any of those hot exhaust parts. If you are going to be working on your motorcycle, just make sure to take your brand new jacket off before you get too close to any of the engine parts, which do have a typically high temperature once they're running. So breaking this down, traditional jean jacket collar to this, like I said, the pockets have been redesigned, and you will notice that there is the Saint logo over on the left-hand side of the pocket, and you do have the Saint tab in orange on the right-hand side. Dual hand warmer pockets on either side. Brian, just hold your wrist up for me for a second. Single closure, button closure at the cuff on this, and the one thing you'll note, you can see that arm has been relaxed just a little bit there. Brian, you put this down. There are no armor pockets in this. So I would love to see from Saint a version of the Unbreakable Jacket which has pockets for armor. And it doesn't have to be a huge, big, bulky armor, but with the evolutions that we're seeing in slimline armor, it would be great just to have those pockets as an option if I want to add armor. I really like this jacket. I was extremely surprised with how well it fit me when I was trying it on and playing with it. I would just love to have the armor pockets thrown in there. Brian, go ahead and face sideways. Throw the hand in the rider position for me. So one of the things you'll note with this, because there's not really much of a pre-curve to it, you will be able to use this with a variety of different bikes, whether you're rocking taller ape hangers or you're rocking some Clubman Cafe bars, variety of different motorcycles with this. You do have a single waist adjuster, which you can adjust via the buttons at the bottom, and that will be about 1 inch of adjustment on either side. So you're looking at about 2 inches of articulation at the waist on this. And then Brian, you can go ahead and face backwards for me. Clean lines throughout the back. Minimal branding is really another takeaway here. Saint has done a very good job of, other than that, like, you know, almost Levi's-esque style tab on the front, there's really not a lot of branding. They've kept the lines clean and simple with this, and they've given you enough of a bottomness where it doesn't feel like it's riding up. I put other jean jackets on where I feel almost like I'm wearing like a waist cut kind of a piece, almost like I'm Rob Zombie out on stage strutting my stuff with my belly hanging out. This is definitely gonna give you more coverage where your pants end and the jacket begins. Brian, you go ahead and face forward for me. I'm gonna have you unbutton the jacket. So the other thing that's changed this year is that with the Saint Unbreakable, for the new 2017 version, they've gone to a felled seam on the inside. So what you'll notice is all the seams are gonna have this orange binding around it, and it just adds for a comfort factor. If you're just wearing a t-shirt the way that Brian is, you know, or maybe you're going topless underneath here, that's a crazy way to look at it. You know, this is just gonna be more comfortable against your body, and then you will have pockets on the inside. Brian, go ahead and open that pocket up over there. You'll have a pocket on that side as well, and then you get Saint's Unbreakable information, which is actually gonna be silk screened onto the pocket on the left-hand side. You may go ahead and button up for me, my friend. So there are a lot, oh, you're gonna leave it open. That's crazy. Look at him, he's not taking direction. He's creating his own path. He's gonna leave this flopping open. So there's a lot of riders out there utilizing Saint jackets on their rides. And if you wanna hear more about what other riders have to say about the Saint gear they're already using, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting unbreakable jackets through their paces. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which style of jacket is right for you and your riding, give them a call, 877-792-9455, or simply shoot an email over to cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Saint Unbreakable Jacket. I'm Spurge, this is Brian. Enjoy the ride.